Okay, this update is for March the 5th, 2014, and coming to you from the home of Janet in, this is still Stony Creek, right? Is this, are we in a different town now?
You're in Yale, but
Oh, we're in
Stony
Yale,
Creek
okay,
is fine.
okay. So we're in Yale now. We're being hosted by Janet, and she's lives here. Her dad lives with her and her 19-year-old son. They've just been all incredible people. So it's been kind of it's been a long day, but there's so much that happened today, and there's just been this domino effect of incredible just happenings. So it started at the the Virginia Diner in Wakefield, with Scott calling ahead to Waverly and getting us a place to stay yesterday with Sean and Donna. Donna is the pastor at the United Methodist Church of Waverly, and we stayed in the parsonage, and they gave us hot meals, places to sleep. We did laundry. They sent us off this morning with a loaf of bread that was homemade, and we got to eat farm fresh eggs this morning, and it was just incredible. And I sat down last night with Donna's husband Sean, and we went over the route. And today we're supposed to be going up to Petersburg, but Sean said, oh, well, you know what, there's a number of Methodist churches on State Route 40, which is south of Petersburg a bit, and it's actually quicker to get into Blackstone on State Route 40 than going up 460 into Petersburg and on. So Sean called ahead to the town of Stony Creek, and we're right outside in Yale, as I said, right now. But he called ahead to Norma, who's a pastor at the Methodist Church in Stony Creek, one of the Methodist churches. She's actually a pastor of two. But he called ahead to her, and she said that we'd have a place to stay in the church. So as we're getting closer to town, I called Norma to tell her that we're on our way. But earlier in the day, we ran into Janet right coming out of Waverly, and she apparently had already heard that I was doing this walk across America. So she stops and asks if she can do anything to help, and it ended with well, I'm going to give you some money, so here's $40, and I'll see you in Stony Creek, which is 23 miles up the road. And that was just a great start to the day. But when I called Norma approaching Stony Creek, she said that Janet, who's a member in the Methodist Church in Stony Creek, said that she would host us. So we saw her earlier in the day, and now we're staying in her lovely place, which is way outside of town. We are just there's nothing. You can't hear anything outside. It's incredible. And you look up in the sky, and there's just stars everywhere. And love Pittsburgh, but you can't see stars like you can see them out here. So we ended up, when we walked into Stony Creek, we met with Norma's daughter. Actually met us at the gas station, the Shell gas station, right on the edge of town. Judy, wonderful girl. She brought us to Denny's for dinner, and from Denny's we drove to the Methodist Church, and Janet picked us up there, and we came to her house. So we've been kind of everywhere today, just meeting so many different people. But tomorrow Janet's going to drop us off at the Shell gas station, where we met up with Norma's daughter, and we'll be off again tomorrow. But I think there's stuff I forgot. Yeah, we walked through a small town called Sussex today, right on the way to Stony Creek. And there's this tiny little mini mart in town. In the town, I walked in, and the owner of the mini mart, I asked her, how many people are, what's the population of this town? She's like, I'm not really sure. And I said, does everybody know everybody? And she was like, yeah. So really tiny town. The owner of the mini mart and her son Moad, very warm, welcoming. We went into the mini mart, and she immediately offered us food, water, restroom, hot chocolate. We ended up having a cup of hot chocolate she just gave us for free. And I was going to buy a candy bar, and her son Moad wouldn't let me pay for it, told me just to take it, so I ended up having to force $1 on him, the only dollar I've spent in the last 2 days. And it just keeps getting more and more amazing as we move forward. But anyway. anybody who's been a host and who's, you know, pulled off the side of the road just to talk to us. Thank you guys for everything. It warms my heart, and I'll remember this the rest of my life. So tomorrow we'll be on to McKinney, which Sean from Waverly also got in contact with somebody, so we will have a place to stay there tomorrow at another, you know, Methodist church. And it's kind of gonna, I hope it's gonna be a domino effect across the state, like Methodist church hopping. But yeah, anything I forgot, I'll do in my post here soon. But yeah, warm bed tonight again. I don't even know why I'm carrying 45 pounds of gear when everybody keeps stocking us up no matter where we're at. So thank you guys again. All right, time for bed.